I'm Andrew Berman, the Executive Director of the Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation. Greenwich Village Society has been involved in the NYU 2031 process from the beginning, and in some ways from even before it started. We have been working with local residents and community groups for many years to try to get the university to consider a different way of growing and expanding. We recognize that NYU is a critical part of the neighborhood, but we want it to be a part and not the overwhelming presence. What would be lost in terms of green space with the NYU plan is a huge amount, both in principle and in terms of the particulars that are involved. The village is, statistically speaking, so by objective measures, one of the most park-starved neighborhoods in all of New York City. So losing any open space is a bad thing. Many of them started out as just plain asphalt that they transformed into these very usable spaces, and that open space, the light, the air, as well as the green space, is something that the entire public gets to enjoy the benefits of. Now beyond that, there are these very particular resources. The Sasaki Garden is one of them. It was designed by a highly regarded modernist architect. It was one of the very first types of landscaping of its sort in the post-war era. They built a parking garage underneath it. Of course, in the post-war era, the automobile was kind of taking over. And here was somebody who said, well, we don't just want to have a big parking garage in the middle of this apartment complex. We'd like to make it look nicer. And so they built this garden on top of it. People really love and appreciate it. Green space is precious in our part of town, and they are oases, they are refuges, and they are a place of quiet, of greenery, birds, squirrels, just the little things that walking down the street, and in most of our type of dense urban neighborhoods, you don't get to see much of. The losses would be great if the plan does in fact move ahead.